Listen, the industry is the industry. When it's flourishing, look what happened to music. Look, we were just talking on the way over, about music videos. How much, when they were $1 million videos. Now they're like, give me your A7S and have your buddy shoot it.
Yeah.
And where do you play them? MTV's not playing any music. You know what I mean? So if that changes and you were a video music director, photographer, what do? You're not going to be doing, car photographers. I imagine that they've suffered immensely when they're like, oh, we'll build all this in post. We don't need to go shoot it anymore. Do you know what I mean? So, the money is not, rolling in like, oh, in the fashion, give me this huge butt. No, they're like, listen, this is what we got. And that's all there is. So if you want to do it, do it. If not, we'll move on. And now there are hundreds and hundreds of photographers that can do it. Do you know what I mean? So there is a lot more work and a lot less money for a lot of these jobs.
Yeah, that might mean that it's also easier to get in and to start getting paid, because you just grab a camera and then you have a couple months experience and you could start shooting, you could start taking video, you could start really producing beautiful work.
Yeah.
But that's not, you're not,
it's also reputation, because let's face it, if they say, listen, we have a cover of a magazine, $5,000 all in, right? And we send it to Annie and Steven and Joe and Jim Bob. If Annie takes it because she wants to work with the client, the celebrity that's on the cover, and she's going to do it for $5,000, what are the chances Jim Bob's going to get it? Do you see what I'm saying? So reputation and building your, image still plays a big role in that.
Yeah, because it's not just quality of work and cost. It's about guarantee. Hire you, you're going to, you've seen my work, that I can do it every time. You may be paying more money than somebody else, but
there's certain parts
guaranteed.
of this industry that I just will not be able to get into because of that factor. Well, we know Brian's great, but we can't take a chance because this has to work, and we know this guy can deliver every time, and that's part of also getting in and staying in. Having that reputation of I deliver, and I deliver every time. Your money is good with me. There's something, if it was my money, I'd want that too. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then there's jobs where you can take a chance. People have taken a chance on me and I ended up getting in. Do you know what I mean? But those chances don't come up often because people love security. Do you know what I mean? Or a magazine like C Magazine, who I've started and done 11, 12 of their covers and helped launch it. Once someone else took over the magazine, I haven't shot a cover since. They have their people. They have their things. So you win some, you lose some.
Right. I've noticed that too with client work where, especially I work with a lot of startups and tech companies, and then you get in the door, you build this a relationship and you nurture over 2 years and you really deliver time and time again. And then, new marketing director comes in and then all of a sudden, they might reach out to you, but hey, they're also bringing their relationships and the video guy that they know.
Yeah. If you're going to change something and you're coming into somewhere to say, I'm going to, revamp the mag, part of that is we got to revamp who's shooting it. Otherwise, isn't it the same thing? Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? So, that just things that happen innately in every industry. People are, heads of companies, and all of a sudden, oh, yeah, we sold it, and everyone's getting let go. But, your boss that hired you doesn't own it anymore, so there's no say. So, that's just part of life. But, I think with every job, I don't care what it is, you've got to be able to pick yourself up and reinvent yourself and look forward and say, oh, this could probably happen. So I'm going to start a backup plan.
Yeah, I think people probably get a little bit too comfortable, especially when things start to work in a certain way. And like you said, with the music videos, you think it's going to last forever.
No, it's like a relationship. You know what I mean? You can be married, happily married. You think, oh, I'm good. Do you know what I mean? You're not. You've always got to respect your wife, treat her, and remind her. Because if you start ignoring the things that got you in that relationship, your relationship starts to suffer. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And work is the same way. I mean, I have a relationship with photography. I look at it like that. I treat it like that. And I think that anyone who gets too comfortable in their skin, their work is going to suffer. They get too cool for school, like, oh, I got this. You start, if the big job, money jobs aren't there, and the little ones, I don't need to try this. Let's just get this over with and get on to the important things. It's like now those little ones are so important, and don't forget them. Because it'll come back and bite you on your ass. 100%. And you never know. These little jobs, you never know. Like, you shoot this girl and you don't know, whatever. It's $200. I'm going out of pocket. Then 2 days later, she's the lead of Star Wars. And, she did not have a good experience with you and she hated the pictures. You'll never work with her on the big jobs. She'll just see your name and go, no, ugh, that guy's terrible. You know what I mean? And you might not be. Mm-hmm. But you didn't show her the respect that she deserved on the little job, so you miss all the big jobs. And
that's why you have to put everything that you have into and really have respect for the work that you're putting into it. Like whether you're doing weddings or bar mitzvahs, put everything you have into it, because it's not only for just that one outcome, or maybe they'll come back down the road. It's that you're actually crafting your skill and you're getting better and you're learning how to work with clients. There's so many different things that if you just write it off and say, this is... Yeah.
I look at it like this. I look at every opportunity. It's such a great one. Like if there's a little magazine that, and they're like, we'd love for you to do it, but there's no way you do it. I'm like, I'll totally do it. And I love to go and do I try my hardest to make this to blow people away. So everyone that's like, wait, that's cool. This magazine looks great this month. Who did that? And then they see your name. And then hopefully they're like, oh, yeah, no wonder. You know what I mean? Like that's the little, times you can take advantage and really shine. You know what I mean? It's like, I love, give me a small pond any day.
It's like investing in a way too, right?
Completely. Everything you do is an investment. It's a great way to put it. Every single thing you do. Even the what you Instagram, everything's an investment. And look if you're either care about what you do or you don't. And when you really care about what you do, you would never do anything that you weren't 100%, happy to do. And put, even when you're not happy, put 100% of the effort to make it good. Do you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I mean, there's concepts where I'm like, ugh, really? This purple backdrop? Because I'm not into it. But I find ways to make it work. When I get hired for work, I'm a tool. It's not like go do what you want. Like we want your image and no, it's like, here's what we need to do. And this is the color pattern and this is what we got to do. And sometimes even the celebrities are like, ugh, I hate this. And I'm like, well, let's figure out how to make it where you don't hate it and we have to do it good, And just like them, like they're doing it, they're in it for a reason too. So they've got to do it. So let's just, it's a job. Mm-hmm. Then there's things where it's like, oh, you have full range. Do whatever you want. Amazing. Yeah. But those aren't every day.
Yeah. When do you know when you can push back a little bit? Like even if you're like, I don't know about this purple. It's, do you like
I voice my opinion.
Yeah. Okay.
I definitely voice my opinion. And a lot of times I lose.
Yeah. I know that from firsthand experience as well. But like, obviously you have to put it out there, like let them know, hey, I don't know if this is going to work. But then like they're the ones paying for it. They're your client.
Well,
if they want you to do
I
this.
listen to their reasoning and there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
It's because this thing that we're doing, the purple's the color and our viewers and we did research and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay. Yeah, obviously, I can pass. Yeah. If I'm like, no, this is terrible. I don't want me or whoever I'm shooting to go through this. Then I just say, listen, with all respect, I'll pass. That's fine.
Is there a line also with like you were talking about your reputation? If you're like, if this is
no, because it's you're not saying, you just say, listen, it's just not me. Yeah. And I don't want to do a disservice to you. So I really think that there's someone out there better, for you. So I'm not passing so much for me as much as for you. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but that doesn't happen often. Very, very rarely.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's because most of the time it's like, I can make this look cool.
Yeah.
Or just like, let's not do it with this thing. Let's do it this way. And I'll come up with ideas and, that's fine. They would love that. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean? Or I'll even show them at the shoot. Like, look at this. Same purple, but we did it this way instead. And, oh, cool.
Yeah. And even if it's rare, saying no and declining work is definitely a luxury that really can only be achieved once you've been in the game for a while, once you've been working for a long time. Because I feel like in the very beginning, you just have to say yes to everything.
Again, like a relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like if she wants to do something, sure, I love the zoo. You know what I mean? Oh, it's depressing. The animals are caged. I'm like, why is she going to the zoo? But you go to the zoo and you eat cotton candy, whatever the hell she wants, and you make her happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's sacrifices that you deal with.